just this particular ID who you are. Well, Mr. James Crow Jr. Esquire, why do we need to do that? Well, we've got to prevent voter fraud. Well, show us where there has been voter fraud. Why are you trying to prevent something that has never been there? According to the Bush Justice Department, there was 0.003% voter cases. Some of them not voter fraud. So you're trying to have a solution, looking for a problem, rather than a problem in need of a solution. So therefore your motive must be different, because you're not solving a problem, you're creating a problem. The fact of the matter is, the Brennan Institute has said that if these laws go through in 38 states, 5 million people will be disenfranchised. So you would rather risk 5 million people's voting on a problem that has nobody that is committing fraud. So the motive must be different. Now, immediately the critics say, Reverend, you got to have ID. I have to have ID to get on a plane. I just flew in. You got to show your ID to get on the plane. That's right. We believe you should have ID. Let's have the same ID we had when Ronald Reagan ran, and George Bush Sr. ran, and Bill Clinton ran, and George Bush ran. We always had ID to vote. But why now is the ID we've been having no good when all of a sudden Barack Obama's running for re-election? Now, Representative Newman, the Republicans are the ones fighting for this. Well, it's interesting to me, the Republicans want voter ID so bad, but they're not asking for voter ID in their primaries that's going on right now. So how do you have voter ID needs in November? You didn't ask for the Iowa Republican primary where you thought Romney ran, and a week later you went from Romney 1 to Santorum 1. Maybe they had fraud in the Iowa. Or maybe you're targeting certain people that you want to have to require photo ID because you want certain people not to be able to vote. Because any number of studies, and you're going to hear the Advancement Project and others, show in Black and Latino communities, young people and seniors, we don't have state ID, we don't have a driver's license, we don't have passports, we don't travel anywhere, we don't go to Europe for vacation. They know the data before they put it in. And you're going to get all the breakdown from the panel. What I came to say is that just like there was those engaged in struggle to get us the right to vote, you and I must be engaged in struggle to maintain the right to vote. The shame is that they can mobilize and get this in 38 states, and we've not had the kind of resistance and movement against it that we should have. When we were walking down Highway 80, headed toward Montgomery last week, about the third day, 10th mile that day, one of the young students that was marching said, "This is kind of rough." I said, "No, this isn't rough. Think about 47 years ago, when they walked down that road and every one of those trees, they didn't know who was behind the tree with a gun. Think about how Viola Luisa, a white woman from Michigan, who saw the Edmund Pettus Bridge Bloody Sunday beating of John Lewis and Jose Williams on television, left her 5 children, and drove down from Michigan to Alabama, and was killed because she came to support us getting the right to vote. Think of how they bombed churches, how they threatened people, how they sick dogs on us.